Hey everybody, it's Music Therapy Laz here with Roxy on our live streams, Sunday live streams with Roxy. That's right. Early in the morning for us. Well, it's not that early. It's 9:30. But we got up, even though we were up till late last night messing around with this thing. And yeah, we're gonna have a little coffee. Check that out. You can see that. See a little whipped cream in there, right? Gotta have some of that. Because Roxy loves her coffee, right, Roxy? And I ran out of half and half, so I have to use whipped cream. Oh boy, what a bummer. I don't know, by the way, if you guys could. Hey. I ran out of half and half, so I have to use. Turn that down. So I got Roxy in the chat as Flying Pickle. If you don't know who Flying Pickle is, that's Flying Pickle right there. Because Tone King, if you guys know Lewis of the Tone King channel. Yeah, here you go, Roxy. Your first sip. He saw her like on me or move around, and he's like, "What the heck is that? It looks like a flying pickle." And from that point on, she's become known as the Flying Pickle. And I even gave her her own YouTube channel as Flying Pickle. Is that it? Are you done, Max? How much coffee can you drink? It's just a little spoon worth, a little teaspoon, right? Num 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 num. So if you guys haven't met Roxy here, she's a Amazonian Pacific parrotlet. So she comes from the same lands as my wife. And let me take a sip of that. And for breakfast today, we've got a waffle. But I do it kind of special. I slice the waffle, and I put some cream cheese and some cranberry sauce left over from Christmas. Oh, so good. Yummy, yummy. And what are we doing today? Well, we thought we'd discuss a couple things. If there's anybody in the chat who wants to discuss something, we can discuss whatever you might want to discuss. But the first thing I want to discuss is this. So this is my Washburn. This is a really cool guitar I got for $150 on Musician's Friend. It's like, one of those special deals of the day thing. What do they call it? The stupid special deal and the stupid deal of the day. Right, Roxy? That's the stupid deal of the day. Check it out. And as you can tell, the strings are off it. I'm gonna just reuse these original nylon strings. I might change them. We might change all of these. I went to Jack the Rabbit's. I don't know if you guys know Jack the Rabbit, but if you have not checked out Jack the Rabbit Studios, Jack the Rabbit's music, you must go check out Jack the Rabbit, because he writes some really cool songs and does acoustic, records, and he's gotten his. Maybe I should take this off. I don't know. I'm afraid Roxy's gonna attack me. She likes to attack my ears. But yeah, he does a lot of songwriting on acoustic. No, Roxy, why are you diving down into my shirt, you little? It's not cold. Come out, little Flying Pickle. Anyway, so he does a lot of recordings with the acoustics and mostly steel string, but I think he does the nylon as well. He loves them. And a buddy of mine had one that his grandfather gave him that he wanted to give to me, because he didn't want, like, I don't want it, I'm not playing it. And he was going to give it to me. And I'm like, well, dude, this is a nice guitar, man. It's, why don't we try to sell it and see, what we can get for it. Maybe I'll just take like a percentage or whatever. So that was the deal. So I had it up on last week's stream, right? So you notice that the case is not here behind me like it was last week, because it's at Jack the Rabbit's, and he loves the thing. He put some new strings on it. He cleaned it up, polished the frets and all that. So I thought I'd show you guys, like, I thought I might as well do that too. I needed to change the strings on this, the lower strings anyway. I think the nylon ones are fine. I might leave them, but I might, replace those as well. But yeah, I found out something about classical acoustics that I did not know. And that's something that Jack the Rabbit informed me of. So as you can see here, I don't know if you can see all this stuff laying out here. Basically, I've got, all these micro mesh pads. So if you guys don't know of Phil McKnight's channel too, he does a lot of really good stuff about, hey, there's 4 people in the chat. Where are you, people? Say hi to Roxy. Anyway, there's 4 lurkers, or at least 3. because I know Roxy's one of them, and she's right here. Anyway, but yeah, the micro mesh pads, they have this nice little, like, you know, chart for the grit grading, and I just laid them out over here just so you can kind of see that. Put them in a row, and you know, the way that you would basically just dress the fret here to get it all glassy smooth again is just go over each one of those, right? I mean, if they don't feel like they need the 1500 grit, I don't really see a point of using the 1500 grit. But before we would do that, the other thing that you would want to do is use a tool like this. So this one has like a gauge of a variety of different, you know, millimeters and standard and whatnot for measuring your string action height and all that kind of stuff. But these also work really well. You can use like you might not want to use this because you might like damage your frets with this if you hit it too hard because it's a little hard edged. You can use like a credit card, but basically just stick this on there and use it like a fret rocker, right? You just work your way across a little bit, just see how, you know, is it rocking? And so far, nothing. Just like listen for it. You can feel it. Oh, I can feel it. So now we have a little bit of a fret rocking. Hear that? So that means this fret right in the middle here, this one is a little bit high. So what I would do in that case, which one was it? This one? No? Yeah, this one. Very, very subtle. So this one right here in the middle. So I got this kit from Stu Mac, by the way. So I was talking about Philip McKnight. So Stu Mac has this really good like fret dressing and leveling set. You can buy once or twice a year. They'll do a special deal where for about $30 or so, you can get, you know, a set of these things, and they come in a variety of widths. Let me pull those out. They come in a variety of widths for your guitar, right? The frets. So if you have a bass, you might want these really fat ones, or if you have like the, you know, jumbo frets, medium jumbo or jumbo frets, and then it goes, you know, to thinner and even more thin, even as thin as that. So the ones I'm using on here are kind of like the second to thinnest set. And they also send you a little bag with like this like little rubber band thing. Now you can choose not to use this little rubber band thing, but see, basically it has this one end that has like this. See how it has that kind of thing there? So what I do is I put it over that fret that, let's see, which one was it that was rocking? I think this one. Yeah. You stick your fret guard over that, right? You slip this thing over the one end and you slip it over the other. Pretty simple. And that protects your fret board from your files or whatever you're going to use. So it also came along with this like file. And I prefer to use this than the pad right now because, you know, and you could probably even slice this in half and make it easier to work on, because see, this is kind of too wide for a lot of the area here, right? I don't know if you can see that. You know, it's kind of wide. So you can cut this into strips maybe and just use the strips. Oh, by the way, I've got a little setup here. Very simple to put together. I bought these two like bath floor mats that are what do they call it? Memory foam kind of mats that I bought at the dollar store for like $1 or $2, right? Or $2-3 each. And then I bought this online. Bought this online for a few bucks. You know, it's also good to have tools like this. This is like a needle nose gripper that has like a spring action. So, you know, you can grab things with it. Like I had to grab like how the strings were like the way they were wound over here around this. They were bent and wound around, and you wouldn't be able to do that with your fingers, but you can do it with, you know, remove it easily with like these needle nose kind of like pliers. And then it also has the cutting edge in the bottom part there, so you can cut the strings or whatever, right? So great little tool to have. And then along with that Stu Mac kit came this file. So this is a fret dressing, fret end file, and it's got like a rounded edge and then a convex edge, over concave and convex. So convex, rounded edge, and concave edge. So that, you know, if you have some sharp edges like I do here and there, you can kind of take them down carefully like that. That one's done. Feels a lot better. Not sharp anymore. And this is probably just some minor fret sprout from, I'm going to go down with it. It's easy to use both hands, by the way. And you can feel it taking it down. It doesn't take much. And then doing it this way carefully, you know, if you want to put painter's tape or something on here, you can do that. But I'm just being super careful. And, you know, I'm not damaging anything. I'm pretty certain. I could feel it. And then, of course, once you've done all this, like rounded those little bit sharp edge ones, then when you do the filing with, I mean, the you know, sanding with the micro mesh pads, then you'll take it down a little bit more. You can go all the way to the edge with it like this, right? Or you can just leave it kind of center like that, and just work your way around, you know, that. Just going back and forth across it real quick and easy. So, is there anyone in the chat? Nobody's awake. There's 8 people. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong screen here. I got a whole bunch of people in the chat. What's happening, everybody? Let's see. We got Dale Palmer in the house. Dan of New Jersey. What's happening? Nelson Rodriguez. What's going on, dude? And Dwight Bailey, the Hitman, in the house. How's it going, Dwight? And that's it. So any questions so far? It looks like you have all the essential tools. Yeah, I do. And then I've got, you know, I got the little mini, what do they call it, lizard spit that I won. I won some of that on Eric Broadbent's channel. So, oh, by the way, this file is also comes along with the micro mesh kind of set. And I've got my standard GHS fast fret cleaner. So this is like your, you know, string cleaner. After every jam or jam night or whatever, I always wipe down my guitar strings with this. And then I always have, you know, your microfiber things. Oh, by the way, it's good to have, like, I also bought this like for a couple bucks at the dollar store. It's just like a mini tool kind of box, right? And I keep all the essential, like, things like this that I need to do any kind of repair. And I take that with me when I go to jam nights. Well, honestly, I don't always, because I keep a couple of these kinds of things in the gig bag that I often use. So I'm going to take a bite of this. And then got to have the Dunlop. I also have the Music Nomad, but that's in my gig bag, so I'm going to leave it there. But, you know, the Dunlop 65 guitar cleaner, you can use it. You got your fret cleaners and polish. Even comes with a Carnauba wax polishing one for, you know, guitars, especially acoustics. It's good to use a Carnauba wax one. Fill in all the cracks. Hey, Han Solo, what's up? Dan, Ben Coombs, what's up, dude? My knucklehead brother. You know, if it wasn't kind of chilly in the morning here, I'd be wearing this right now. You guys got to get yourself one of these, man. I had to do that. Sorry, dude. So this is the Canucks with guitar shirt. Look at it. You got the what I learned is called a toque. Should I put my toque on, dude? I can put my toque on. I got my put this here. Put this here in the background as decoration. Yeah, I hang all my special shirts, like my Connects with Guitar shirt. So here's my toque. This is my official That Pedal Show toque. That's right. It's even got the toque topper. I don't know what they call that, but I call it the toque topper. Anyway, so who else is in here? Yup, wear your toque. I got it. T-O-Q-U-E. That's how you spell it, Tuque. I would have spelled it T-U-K. But of course, it's France. It's from France, or Francais, or how do they say? Le France. Roxy. Don't you want some bagel? Don't you want some? Listen to me. Look at that. Big no-no to have food in your music studio room, but you know, when we start our show this early in the morning on a Sunday, it's kind of hard to get the breakfast in beforehand, right? Because we're always lounging in the bed, wouldn't you? The morning, yes, the mornings are best. Pom-pom, it's a pom-pom, okay. I think Tuque topper is better. So yeah. Oh, Janice is in the house too. Hey, Janice. So we got Dwight, we got Hen, we got Dale, we got Dwight Bailey too. We got Ben comes. The chat's a little faster over here on the computer. So the interesting thing that I learned about a classical acoustic guitar is that I was like chatting back and forth with Jack the Rabbit because he's got that other classical over at his place, and I'm going to go visit him again on Tuesday, and he's probably going to buy that guitar from the guy who's I'm helping him sell it, and yeah, have your waffle, Roxy. You want some coffee? Thirsty? Coffee? You done with the coffee? Okay, she already had her coffee. I think she already had enough coffee. So I'm going to go back there on Tuesday because I'll have more time. Yesterday I didn't have very much time. Was it yesterday or Friday? It was Friday. What am I talking about? Friday I went there. Had appointments with my doctor and then my dad's doctor, and then I went and visited Jack the Rabbit after having a really tasty burger at this place called American Fritter, or some kind of fritter place that makes donuts, and they make donuts and hamburgers. So that's their thing. Hamburgers and donuts. I didn't have a donut burger because they don't make that, but hey, could be something, right? So what else you guys talking about here? I see it in writing, I would pronounce it toque. It's a toque. So that would be toque for me, toque. Like Brian Cote, but toque. He's Canadian, right? Six String Brian. Anyway, man, I miss all you guys. NAMM just happened. Can you guys believe NAMM just happened? NAMM is over. Today would be the last day of NAMM, and then we'd be partying at somebody's place, you know, and we'd definitely be jamming out and rocking. We'd probably go hang out with Sean Pierce Johnson again because that's a freaking blast, of course. You know, I'd love to go check him out rocking out at his church because he does like the church gig too, and he's got his band. The what is it called? The Cockeyed Optimist. Perfect name for our times for a band, right? I came up with a band name, by the way. Hey, BC Rich, what's up? What's going on? Roxy's here. She says hi. Yeah, Flying Pickle. So I came up with a band name. I think somebody else already has it. I think it's some smart Canadian that has the name too. Some Canadian band. I don't know, but they're not big time or nothing. But because I'm into the psychology thing and the music therapy and all that stuff, you know. I thought a cool name for a band would be the Savage Beasts, because you know music soothes the savage beast, right? In all of us. Sometimes it brings out the beast, but it's really not like a bad beast. It's like the one that you kind of like heavy metal. You go out and you know thrash metal or something. You get in a pit. You're not really there to hurt anyone, but it looks like one of the rings of hell, right? Anyway. I kind of left the heavy metal scene right before all that started, and my younger sister Monica, and my brother Andy, or Drew, totally got into it. She's got a Slayer tattoo on the back of her neck, and Andy can't go anywhere in public without yelling out Slayer at least 10 times. So yeah, they've got the number of the beast over their souls. I don't believe in that, by the way. I think we create enough devilish, dastardly deeds ourselves. So we don't need someone else to help us. All right, mine will be La La Land. There you go. La La Land is perfect. What a great. So, yeah, the Savage Beasts. So it has, you know, an S on the end, which makes it super hard to say. Try to say Savage Beasts. So either the band's going to be the Savage Beast, or the Savage Beasts, or just Savage Beasts. I don't know. Or SB, Savage Beast, whatever. So how about better than Ezra, right? Yeah, there's some crazy band names. So I don't necessarily need to do all this in front of you guys, but I thought I'd just like maybe do something while I'm chatting. But yeah, I got all the, you know, the cleaner. I got that combo pack, you know, when it was on sale. I always look for, like, I don't know if you guys do this, but like you can go through the clearance section on like any of these like online retailers, and sometimes they'll be blowing out stuff like that because it's been sitting around a while. That's how I got this. That's how I got this baseball. Oh my god, I can't get it out. Well, that's cool. I got Nam Swag 2 years ago. Nam Swag. So I got this Fender baseball as one of these, like, you know, blowout kind of things. It's cool. And sometimes you'll find stuff like, you know, the full combo, like combos, the full set of all the Dunlop like guitar cleaning stuff. It's like a pack of 5 or 6 things. And you know, normally you buy some of these individually, they're like 10, 15 bucks. You buy the whole pack for like 20 bucks on sale. I mean, why not? I think it was 20, 25 bucks or something. So it's worthwhile to cruise those. And then of course I got one of these, very handy. Got the oops, blocking the name, the Big Ben nut sauce. Yeah, because why just use a pencil when you can have something called Big Ben's nut sauce? It's just so funny. Why not have some? And I've got the other accessories and whatnots in here. At one point, I might even whip this out and measure all my necks and see really what their diameters and whatever. I don't have the fret radius gauges though, so I have no idea. But this is pretty flat. I think usually classicals are considered they have a pretty flat board, almost totally flat, right? And as you can see, this one, it still looks in like pretty good condition considering it's like over 10 something years old. You know, it's got that interesting stripe down the middle of it, you know, when they started using lower quality rosewoods, I guess. But this guitar originally retailed for what, around 300 bucks. Let me give you guys some stats, and then I'll tell you what I learned about this guitar that I didn't know about. So yeah, originally it was selling for $319. Miss, what are you doing over here? And out of 845 reviews, 99% positive, 5 stars all the way across the board. Yeah, that's pretty solid, right? Let's see, what else do we know about it? Roxy, you're so messy when you eat. Top Guitar Info says that the Washburn C104 SCE classical acoustic electric guitar comes standard with the B band. Okay, so the B band, rich and distinctive full body tone. So you can see it's got the B band kind of preamp or amp in there to amplify the sound. And it's got, you know, bass, middle, and treble and presence EQ, which is great, with a built-in tuner as well. Hey, Janice. Oh, hey, Sandra. Hey, Metalhead Hippie too. Jeff, what's up? Who else is here that I didn't see pop in? Yeah, we're all trying to survive, right? Metalhead Hippie. No, but a Batocaster would be cool to have, Nelson. That'd be funny if you had like a Strat that had a neck that was an actual baseball bat, and you would have an actual baseball bat neck that everyone's always joking about. Yeah. So Jeff, you got to get a name for your house band, dude. I mean, I already have the name for my band. It's going to be the Savage Beasts, as in music soothes the Savage Beast, right? Anyway, but you can't take that one. But you can make up another name. So who else is in here? Yeah. Cover this here would help darken that fretboard. Yeah, I've got this. So deep conditioner, Dunlop. And I like Dunlop. I actually know where Jimmy Dunlop lives. He lives nearby in what they call Old Danville Village, Old Danville Town, right under the Mount Diablo that we often go hiking at. So what else do they say about this thing? It says it's, of course, featuring a solid, high-quality cedar top and rosewood sides and back. I'm doing the Trogly thing. I took the strings off last night. And what else? Electric sound is full and bright. Amplified is extremely natural, has a good balance and intonation, and is not very loud. Pros, it has the solid cedar top of extremely high quality. The sound amplified is extremely natural, and neck and frets are well finished, which is true. And the tuners seem sturdy and smooth, which they are. They're open gear tuners, but they are very, very well. I think the ratio is just right. I mean, I never have a problem tuning it at all. It's got these nice, mother of kitchen table tuning buttons, right? Cool. Yeah. And well constructed. And then cons, it says that the bass is a little weak on it, which I think is somewhat true, but I think that can be changed by the kind of strings you put on it a little bit. And then how you play it too. If you're playing it with your fingers, depending on where you pluck over the sound hole, you can make it sound a lot deeper. But yeah, there's some truth to that. Oh yeah, and then the nut and the saddle are plastic and need changing. And then a complaint, which they say is a con, is that the action is pretty low. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's great. And in my mind, it's higher than than I'd like it, but for a classical, it's fine. And some owners complain about the inside finishes. Why? Why would you complain about the inside finish? Who cares about the inside? It's usually natural, isn't it? I don't get that. So, and plugged in, it sounds better, or suggestions, and change out the strings to some elixirs or something better. So, yeah, check out what happened to this plastic nut, or not the saddle. So I don't know if you can see those divots. Do you see them? Oops, the other direction was. So where the strings were, there's like some divots there because it's plastic and the strings moving around, they're just kind of ate through that. So I'm not going to change it out. I mean, maybe I can go find one at a Guitar Center or something on my way to Jack the Rabbit's because it's plastic. Maybe I can go get one that's like compensated like that. But you can see the little divots, can't you? Right here. Anyway. So there's that. And then the nut is in there. It's not just popping out, which is good. But, yeah, it might be a good idea to get a new like a bone or a tusk nut. And but I have to file it and do all that work. So right now I just want to change the strings out and clean it up and do all that. And then here's the thing that I found out. Hey, Jack Flash, what's up? How's it going, you guys? Glad to have, how many people are in here? Let's see. 14. Nice. Thank you very much for joining me on a Sunday, me and Roxy. Hey, Boomer. Hey, what's up now, Zims? Hey, if you guys have not seen the Halloween episode of Johnny Bean's, the Halloween contest episode of this past year, just watch it. It's worth it. It's like a movie. It's Roxy just pooped on me, dang it. It is so brilliant. I mean, Dane does a awesome job as sad Ace Frehley. It was so good, dude. And one day when we go on a road trip, when we can like go out and about and stuff, and I can go on a road trip with the Danny because we love Sedona. So if I could buy a house in Sedona, I'd buy a house in Sedona. But how often will we go there? Anyway, Sedona is amazing. So Arizona is really cool. So definitely I'm gonna come check out your shop, dude. And if you want to sell me a guitar, if you want to sell a guitar, maybe I'll buy one. But anyway, Dale's known for collecting guitars and sometimes selling them in his store. But yeah, check out that Johnny Bean TV Halloween show. It was brilliant. Yeah, it went a little bit crazy with the contest thing with John Mancuda. Just dragged it out, like, you know, in his he was like some kind of a jihadist or something as his like character, and it was pretty insane. Yeah, I think people were ready to kill him by the end of that one. They wanted to just be done with the show, but it was so funny. But Dane, yeah, man, that Sad Ace thing was great. Blackjack guitar, what's like in the house? Here's Roxy, you guys. Flying Pickle in the house. Let me take a sip of my coffee. So I'm gonna tell you guys all the secret of what I found out. I'm sure you more accomplished guitar people know this better than I. Pooh, what's up? Pooh Ninja's in the house. So I did not know that I could not do this. So this is what I'm talking to Jabbit last night while I'm doing this, string change on here, and I bought some strings in the past and whatnot. Right, let me go back and grab my box of strings. I gotta get one of the Zim's guitar T-shirts, man, so I can wear it. That's the Knucklehead shirt right there. I got my little box of strings here. So yeah, I thought, oh, what the hell? I got this old pack of Lone Stars here. I might as well I'm just gonna change the bottom 3 strings. I'm not going to change the nylon ones. I'll just use these because it's about the same gauge as what originally came on this guitar. Little did I know that no, you do not put acoustic steel string guitars on a classical. Apparently, the bracing on a classical is not the same as on a steel string acoustic guitar, and it might pop the top off if you put the wrong strings on it. So Jack the Rabbit's like going, no, do you notice the difference? Let me grab the strings that came off the guitar. They're in the garbage over here. So what I noticed is that they're way more, almost like some kind of they're super like soft and more flexy, right? Not like a set of bronze string guitars, bronze wound guitars that you put on a steel string acoustic. So he stopped me from wrecking my guitar. What's going on in the chat here? So, oh, I live in the Sedona. The vortexes made travel easy. Yeah, I love the vortexes too. Ladani was really getting zinged out on the vortexes there. She was digging it. She felt it. She said she could feel the vibration. And I'm like, that's great, honey. If you can feel the vibrations, good vibrations. Now I've got that Beach Boy song in my head. My wife got this mug from someone at work. Faith. Gotta have faith. Anyway, can you guys even see the red lights, the laser light show I got going on over there? Probably not. Let's see if I move it around. Can you see it? Tell me if you do, because on my screen I don't see it. Let me see if I can kind of see it on the wall right above my head. Kind of see it on the curtains, right? It's the LCD little laser thing I got. Thought I'd try to make it a little more exciting than just a curtain in the background. So yeah, so I found out that classicals don't have a truss rod. Of course they don't. And so if you put heavier wound, you know, stronger tension, I guess higher tension strings, like acoustic steel string guitars on a classical, you're gonna have problems. You'll probably end up with the neck going like that, you know, and possibly even pop the board, the top off. Who knew, right? So I've had this guitar for a long time. Actually, it's one of the older guitars I have, and it's fantastic. So what else did they say about it? It's great to have a nylon string, you guys. You know what's cool about it is that when you go from playing this and you play fingerstyle or with a pick or whatever, and sometimes you can use those like felt ukulele picks. Have you ever used a ukulele pick before? They're like made of thick felt, and some are rubberized on the inside or whatever, and they sound great on, you know, for a ukulele. Or you can use them on bass too. I use those on bass to pick bass when I'm at jam nights. And it sounds more like you're using your finger because it's that softer attack rather than a hard pick, right? Try it. Should I grab one? Let me grab one and show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys are bigger pros than I am, mostly on all this guitar stuff. So there's these kind. They're rather thick, so it's kind of like a, you know, kind of got a thicker kind of, some kind of a plastic or rubber in the center, and it's got this thick felt glued on both sides, right? And so when you, who makes these ones? Let's see. It says Moe's Picks, Uke 2. So this is a Uke 2. We can make that out. There you go. Moe's Picks, Uke 2, number 2. So ukulele pick, right? But on a bass, it's got that cool kind of, you know, finger sound. And then here's another one. This is a bass pick, right? But look, it's kind of like that material that you see on some ping pong paddles when it's just smooth, you know? It's kind of like that. And then you don't have that harsh attack when you're picking. I wonder what it would sound like on the classical. I haven't even tried it. I should try that. Yeah, the uke picks floating around, right? They float. Laz, that's a bass pick. Yeah, I know, Blackjack. That's what I was saying. But I didn't know that they make bass picks like that until I bought them on some clearance thing on, like, you know, Sweetwater or wherever. I just browse the clearance section. Sometimes I go start from lowest priced item on up, and then I end up buying all kinds of weird, funky things. Like, I think I bought this one Christmas set of Fender gear. And that's how I have that Fender, what do they call it? It's Christmas stocking. That's this Fender on it. You know, I got this little Fender snow globe over here. Anyway, so silly things like that, but it's kind of fun to fill your little studio room with knickknacks of that sort. So yeah, so I learned that, you know, no, you should never. Oh, Roxy, what, you made a mess on my guitar when I let you hover over it. Anyway, so yeah, I've got the micro mesh set up here. And I'll probably do this after the show because I've got like 10, 15 more minutes to go. I thought this 9:30 time slot would work good. That reminds me, I got to look up an email here. I should read this to you guys because I haven't even opened it yet. But some of you may be aware of the giveaway that I did during Christmas and Thanksgiving, right? Some of you even won something there. Well, one of the guys that won something lives in Africa, and his name is Jean-Pierre Mecke. He says, congratulations, and wow, let's see how we make it this. What are you talking about? This is Jean-Pierre, YouTuber. He won the guitar hanger, yes indeed. Oh, he says he has not received. Oh, as of 1:54 a.m. this morning, he says, hope you and your family, including Roxy, are doing amazing. I'm writing to let you know that I haven't received the guitar hanger yet, but it still hasn't been a month. And it's COVID. I have also not gotten any updates through the USPS tracking ID since January 13th. Therefore, I'm wondering if there might be some kind of issue or if you have received any updates about the package. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great one. I'm going to write back. I have not. I'll look into, hey, Jean-Pierre. Bean. Not Bean, Jean. I want to write John. Jean. Jean-Pierre. I'll look into it. Thanks for the update. I read your email on the live stream this morning. 9:30, just so he knows, 9:30 a.m. PST every Sunday. From now on. I think this time is working out because we'll go hike maybe a little bit later because it's kind of cold now anyway, or we might go laptop shopping. That's right. My wife wants a new laptop. Laz and Roxy. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They pretty much warned anyone trying to ship anything anywhere around the world during COVID is just good luck. Either it's going to take forever or the item might never even show. So hopefully, because now it sounds like it disappeared because the tracking all of a sudden says nothing, And it's not like some weird device. Like if you're sending a pedal to someone, sometimes they think they're like incendiary devices because they got switches and tubes and stuff in them, but it's just a string swing guitar hanger and a few picks, and I think I threw some strings in there too. Quentin, hey, you gotta bring Roxy, don't make a mess. You gotta bring Emmett. Emmett has to say hi to Roxy. Roxy, come back here. She likes the computer. You notice she'll go there. What's up, Roxy? Emmett's here. Yes, Emmett's here. Are you getting excited? Let's say hi to Emmett. Come. Come. Oh, why are you biting? Don't bite, Daddy. Okay, I'm going to have to grab you. This is how I grab her if I don't want her to bite me. Either that, or I grab the drumsticks and whack them together, and then she'll start coming over here. It's hilarious. So what's up, Quentin? How you doing, dude? How are you feeling? Didn't you recently go in for a shot, like in the back? Something like that, right? Hopefully you're feeling better. I have back issues too. I have a upper back cervical problem that happened, workplace injury, slipping off a ladder that somebody wasn't holding, that was supposed to be holding. That's how it happens. So yeah, I'm not going to actually work on this because I got like 8 more minutes according to the computer, which I think is a little bit fast. I think I got 5 more minutes. No, it's a little slow. Yeah, my phone, no, it's fast. Yeah, my phone says it's 10:15. My computer says it's 10:22. That's hooked up to the internet, and I don't know if the internet tells my computer what time it is and makes it change its time. I guess I could go in there and change it, but I always forget about it because who cares? Good, was doing some acoustic guitar tests. So I don't know if you guys are aware of my plans. Quentin is, because I already invited him. He just said message me, and I'm like, okay, I will when I get around to figuring out what it's going to be about. But I started to do a monthly episode called Guitars and Grub, Cooking with Roxy. Because she's my taste tester. She likes it. She likes having me cook for her. And she'll like taste everything. She's really cute. And she'll be with me the whole time I'm cooking. I mean, I'm over the stove and frying up shit and stuff, and she'll be like right there. It's crazy how cool this bird is. Anyway, she really enjoys it. And I was talking to Quentin just to make the show a little more interesting. I might try to set the camera and everything up over there with the laptop on the tripod like what I have over here, and do it live stream. So I gotta get with you about that, Quentin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a special recipe. You know what the ingredient is. You know the special ingredient, you all. Yes, ketchup. It's gonna be a ketchup only recipe show, and I found one I think is kind of cool. It's like this tater tot casserole, because Quentin, I'm sure he can go to Kroger and get some tater tots and some ketchup, right? Simple. So it's a tater tot casserole that includes ketchup as part of its recipe. So I thought that would be kind of fun. Something burning with Q, right? With Quentin and Q. Could you get Quentin? Can you get Quentin? Quentin, can you get Quentin into the video? Quentin, can you get Emmett into the video? Will Emmett go to the kitchen, or do you not let Emmett into the kitchen? Because I mean, I don't know how active Emmett is with you, like on you and around you. Like Roxy's over here going to sleep on the computer. What's up, Roxy? Okay, watch this. This is hilarious. So I don't want to grab her. She's gonna nip at me, but. Do you see her walking over here? There you go, Rox. You want to play drums? Look at her feathers get all ruffled, and she gets all ruffled up. What's going on, Roxy? Why don't you like the drumsticks? The drumsticks make the loud noise. You don't like the loud noises? No? You want to eat the drumsticks? Here you go. Oh, attack it. Get it. Ow, she bit me. Roxy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my little Roxy. She makes the same kissing noises. I don't know if you can. I doubt you can hear her, but she goes right back at me. All right, what else are you guys saying? Mitch Heyman's in the house. What's up, Mitch? Happy Sunday, everybody. How many people we got in here? 18 people. I don't even look at the likes. I'm sure there's some. Let's see. How many likes are there? 18 watching, 17 likes. You guys rock. I don't even have to ask you for likes. You just do it. That's awesome. So yeah. So what do you guys got planned for this Sunday, man? How about the last week of the first month of 2021, the best year ever. No matter what happens, because I don't know if you guys know, but my dad, who has cancer in his right kidney, and he's 86, so he's actually gonna be 80. No, he's 87. He was lying the other day when I was there. He was 87, not 86. He's 87 years old. Where is he? Well, maybe he is 86. No, 87. Yeah. So he just turned 87 at the end of December, and because of he already has type 3 diabetes. With the failing kidney, that's basically been a growth that's been encompassing his right kidney. It's basically taken over his kidney. So his right kidney is basically not even a kidney anymore. It's basically a cancerous lump. But luckily, it hasn't spread anywhere else yet, and they've decided not to do surgery because it would probably affect his life in a more negative way than help. So palliative care, if you know what palliative care is basically easing you through the transition from life to death and kind of working with you through the pain and whatnot that you might have, and dealing with whatever kind of issues you might have physically, medically, that they could treat you for. So he's doing really good. I was there just the other day on Friday. I go over there and do the video conferences with the doctors because I know they feel a lot more comfortable seeing the doctor even if it's on video, and they don't have internet there. So they have a cable TV, and that's blinking at 12 o'clock all day long too. So, I'm trying to get them to get Wi-Fi set up in their place, and I'm going to take them one of these. I've got like 3 pads, like these LG, like 7-inch G pads or whatever. I got 3 of these because I got them free with the phone. Every time I upgrade my phone, I get something extra with it like that. So I'm going to take one over there and set it up for them, kind of old folks buttons and setup, right? By the way, if there isn't an app like that, there should be an app that just basically sets your phone up or your pad your tab or whatever up so that it's old people friendly. It doesn't go into all the deep stuff that they are just not going to be interested in. And then all I need to do is have them on Messenger, on Facebook, so that they can just message their families and video conference with them, and I can send them videos and they can see me and I can show them pictures and all that kind of fun stuff that you can do with the internet, right? So, hey Sandra, what's up? I'm sorry for what your dad's going through. I am too, but at the same time, Sandra, it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, he's 86, so he's beyond the typical average lifespan. And for everything he's been through in his life, and he's been pretty fortunate in many ways, even though early childhood times were difficult because he lost his mom at a pretty young age, and he was not really happy about how his dad handled that. And so, bottom line being that, I think that it really affected him over his lifetime, losing his mom. But, being a refugee from communist Hungary, making it to America, he arrived in Texas. That's where he decided to go, where there were some job opportunities. Bought himself a 57 Bel Air Chevy. That's right, the black and silver white one. Bitchin', right? Convertible, of course. He was a pretty smart guy. He got the girls too. He was a good dancer, sharp-looking guy. And at some point after being married with my mom for a few years, when there was a strike at the American Can Company where he worked as a machinist, and he worked his way all the way up to the very height of that career. But yeah, he saved probably, I don't know how many countless of thousands and thousands of people's lives because he helped develop the first angioplasty catheter, that kind of roto-rooter for your arteries thing. He helped develop that with a team of doctors at Stanford, and he helped engineer. And well, he wasn't an engineer like in that sense, but he was the guy, the tool and die specialist who actually made them, the prototypes, the R&D prototypes, and told them what would work and what wouldn't work. Because sometimes these guys design stuff and he's like, nah, it's gonna fail, it's too thin or wrong kind of metal or whatever, and he'd suggest other things, and then it ended up working out. So yeah, he oh, I'm sorry to hear that, BC Rich. Yeah, cancer sucks, man. It can really tear up families too, man. But right now, our family's handling it well, and I'm like, what I'm saying is, what's kind of good about it is that he's already so old already, and he was already starting to get the effects of Alzheimer's and dementia. And one day he actually got in the car and went on a dementia drive, and I actually got the call from my stepmother and had to track him down, and was able to, as I was driving across the Bay Bridge, I got the call that he's in Sausalito area, or no, not Sausalito. Oh, what am I saying? Anyway, he was at the foot of the Sausalito Bridge in Richmond. And thankfully, he probably it started to get dark, and he recognized that he doesn't know where the hell he is, and he pulled over. And then he was at a gas station, and then luckily right next to the gas station was a little hotel, and they're all like, giving him a little food and stuff, and he's sitting there, and he was just he didn't know what the hell was going on. He just lost, his conscious awareness, I guess is the best way to put it. Oh, come on, little Roxy. You want to get warm in Daddy's hand? Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. So I tracked him down, which, I surmised, where he might go. I went to the places where he might go. And so then I got the call that he's somewhere in Richmond, but we didn't get the address. And then, so I started heading that direction. And then the people called when I was on the bridge exactly where he was. So by the time I got there, the sun was just setting. And, basically, I drove him home in his car, and then I took Bart, or how did I go? No, I think I drove him home in his car, and then I had somebody else pick me up or whatever, something like that, and then went back and got my car. Anyway, something like that happened. So, but why did I get on that subject? Yeah, so the cancer. So what's good about the cancer in a way is that as long as he doesn't have too much pain with it and stuff, and he's gonna get through, he'll probably pass away one night. He'll probably just because he's getting nutrition and all that, but it's just one kidney working. And I'm diabetic. That's, not great. But thankfully his diabetes is under control. But, he weighs 120 pounds and he's like 6'10", like my height. So, yeah. So at some point, I'm just hoping he doesn't fall down the stairs or something like that happens, right? So I'm just, he lives in a 2-level place and they wouldn't move. So we tried to get them to move before all this happened, but they just weren't listening. So the bottom line is that, if he passes away one night or something like that, that's what I hope, and I'm just hoping he doesn't go through too much pain. I worry about his wife. She's not like my stepmom, but, because they got married when I was already an adult. But his wife, Gabby, she takes care of him really well. She's a bit younger. She's about a good 10 years younger than him. And she takes care of him very well. But I worry about her, too, being stuck during COVID. They don't even... She goes to church, but it's outdoors. And that's the height of the excitement for the week. And then she goes shopping super early in the morning when he's still sleeping. So she gets out when there's not so many people in the stores and stuff. So, yeah, but it's cool, you guys, because life... I don't have an issue with life. I don't know if you guys... Or death, if you know what I mean. I think I have a pretty, I don't know. I think I have a pretty, maybe mature, I don't know what you want to call it, perspective on life and death. It's a cyclical thing. We live and we die. We pass on things to our children, some of our DNA, but some of our knowledge. We try to pass some of that on with some form of legacy to the rest of the world. I think that's a good goal to have. It's part of what my whole musical journey and goal is to do something positive and leave a legacy of some sort for the world, with either the music and or whatever people learn from me. I know through my experiences in working with some young people like my friend Nick, who was over here, my friend Heather's son, who you've probably seen on a stream like a year ago or so. I might have him come back on again too, but he's studying at St. Mary's College. He's got a program there that he's working through, and he struggles a little bit with some things because a lot of kids, especially during COVID right now, it's not like college that they were expecting, and it's like sucky college. It's like, oh, I have to do all the work, but it's even worse and harder now because it's all online, and I don't get to hang out with friends or do any of the social cool stuff, which is a big part of what helps you get through college. And because the study, I don't know how many of you guys have gone through college or graduated, but it's a lot of work and it's stressful. And that's why college students party their asses off, because they got to let it, they got to let it off, let it loose a little bit, because there's so much going on, right? Yeah, cycle of life, man, right? So I don't have an issue with it. And I think my dad, lived a good life, and he's a pretty happy guy. And he's super happy that I took a little Yamaha, a little digital piano over there, and it plays back songs, and then you can play to them. And I kind of joke around with him, like, I know you always wanted to learn to play piano, Dad, and now's your chance. So it's kind of like a challenge every day. That's the main thing he looks forward to every day, is to go down and play the piano. So isn't that cool? So music therapy, yes. So, well, Sandra, what happened? You had a near-death experience? Oh, I think I've heard something about that, right? So did you have the whole tunnel vision thing? I got to hear this, because, see, I have CKD. What's CKD? What's CKD, Sandra? I need to know. Anyway, I'll have to look it up. I should know this stuff because I've studied some psychology, but not. I have a long way to go. I got to finish. So that's part of my goals, by the way. Oh, where's my goals list? I'll go over this real quick with you guys. Why the hell not? So last year, I think the beginning of the year, I did a goals thing. Here's a video where I have these laying out on the table. And I'll read through them real quick. So page 1, because it's like several note pages. So short-term studio goals. Complete shelf built for studio and install into place. Done. There it is. Got the second shelf there. Installed. All right. No, Roxy, no. Wire up studio, etc. Computers, monitors, speakers, mics for videos and podcasting. Get the power backup thing set up, and then order a Logitech HD camera. So where's my little check mark pen? I need a check mark pen. Oh, here we go. Might as well use a Sharpie. So got the Logitech HD camera, hence the better visuals here. Hence the 1080p, right? But did I wire up the studio and get the computer powered up and all that? No, but I did buy a new computer, and I have everything set up. I just have to like have a day to actually wire everything up and hook it all up, and it can take a little while. But I've got everything in place now, so it's ready. Then I need to get fabric for window shade and go over materials for acoustic treatment needed for room, wall, ceiling, window, and doors, and STDs for guitar. So I don't know if you know what an STD is, but this is an STD. The Soundtrap Designs guitar hanger. So I'm going to do one for each guitar, and I have like several different design ideas that I'm going to do. Like for example, for the one that looks like a striped Frankie right here. That's not really a Frankie. That's a Schecter. It's a fake Frankie. It's a full Frankie. It's a Schecter that I striped up for the Johnny Bean Halloween contest that I did. So okay, and then plan out the amp shelf unit needed on the amp wall side of the room. So this is the amp wall side. Let me show you guys that. Let's see the amp wall here. That's what I call the amp wall, where the amps are. And I've got 3 combos right now over there. I've got the AC30 CC2, which is a kick-ass AC30. As a matter of fact, I've heard the guys over at who I totally trust at that pedal show talk about that this is one of the best amps you can get, because guess why? It's got a master volume on it. And it actually has a switch where you can switch from going to top boost to normal, so you don't have to do the extra cable crap. It's already in there wired. You just hit a switch. Nice, right? And it's great because the master volume allows you to get that to where you want it to sound volume wise and all, and then you just turn the volume to bedroom level, whatever. So do I need a Yamaha 10H TX thing, whatever it is? No, I got that. And I got my Blackstar HD20 Studio, the HD Studio 20 that is. It's got a 12-inch Rocket Celestion in it, which is a great speaker, especially if you like, you know, a little bit of the heavy metal kind of stuff. Like, you know, I think Kirk Hammett plays through Rockets. So, you know, these two in combination, one's a 12-inch single, the other's a dual 12-inch that has these really great blue Alnico. They call them Wharfdale speakers. And then I've got my Roland twin, I call it twin, I guess it's a 10-inch speaker JC90, which is a studio amp that a lot of studios use, because you can get the same JC120 sound with the chorus and all without the massive loudness that you need to crank it up to in that 90-watt version instead, right? So it's great. So I've got that, and that's a, you know, stereo chorus amp. So these 3 amps pretty much for pedal platform, in my mind, they do it. You know, you can go crazy looking at, you know, getting better quality amps and stuff like that, which I plan to get crazy that way. And that's the plan, to get like a shelf that goes above these right here, and I'm going to put amp heads there. So I'm not going to go too crazy with the amp heads, but one of the amp heads that I really want to get is the God, what's it called now? It's slipping my mind. You know, the one that Friedman's working on with everyone too, and it's the one that Vi's into now, that you can just stick the module in there, and you can get a Soldano module, you can get a Vi module, you can get a Friedman module, you can stick, you know, and the modules are like $300, but it's got the preamp with, you know, the power section is in the head, but the preamp has the sound of the amps, and very accurately, you know, creates the amp. So running all that through my captor and my cab, you know, do all the cab simulations with all the IRs that I want. So what else do you need, man? So
You can get various different heads just to mess around. I'd really like to find it. They're hard to find, but I'd like to get a supersonic head, a Fender Supersonic. That'd be a cool head to get, but they're hard to find in head version. So yeah, Synergy. Thanks, Boomer Bassman. Yeah. So what else are you guys writing about here? It's almost time to. Oh, it's already time to go. Dang. So hey, I don't want to go into CGS's show, so I'm gonna call it. The plans. That's basically build the acoustic treatments things, to set up the laptop, blah 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 blah. Look into different streaming services. Okay, I did that. Learn Cubase recording. Okay, yeah, I already know that, but like some more tutorial stuff. Okay, create tutorials. Okay. Inventory all your gear. And then produce long-term goals. Produce an EP or LP's worth of original music. Learn the basics of guitar theory as it applies to the fretboard. And learn a Randy Rhoads song all the way through, like Mr. Crowley or something like that, all the way through. So one of my plans for this year is to learn a new song every week, and not necessarily to write a completed song every week, but come up with a song idea or riff idea, or put like a song together every week. And I know that sounds daunting, but you know, it doesn't have to be super great, but it kind of challenges you to kind of like do something and have a goal every week. So, and then I'm gonna do the lessons, you know, with the Robert Baker program every week. And then I've got the Rick Beato thing too. So I might actually do that ear training program, because one of the things I'd really like to learn is to be able to distinguish just by hearing it, because I have a pretty good musical ear, but I don't know theory-wise, oh, what is that, you know, chord. And if I could ear train myself to know that, it'll help me write faster and better, I believe. So that's it. That's it for today, you guys. Right, Roxy? Are we done? Let's turn on CGS. There he is.
I'm gonna see if when you say I'm here, you mean
come join us at CGS's channel.
To be let in.
China Mike.
Doesn't look like.
Let's go say hi to China Mike.
Just yet. So,
and until next time, you all. Don't forget that the secret to tone is in your mind, but the feel comes from your heart. Put them together and rock on. Make some music and rock on. Have a good one, you guys. Happy Sunday, and see you at Mike's, and see you tomorrow. If you want to catch me at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to do a show at 4 o'clock, an hour before Ben Coons' show. Come join me for that. And then, of course, tonight, the Metalhead Hippie Show. Don't miss that. Got to catch the Metalhead Hippie Show. Frickin' rocks. I probably might not have met Jack the Rabbit if it wasn't for the Metalhead Hippie Show. And now I'm meeting all kinds of cool people online, like-minded musicians. Sorry. Like-minded musicians on the Hippie Show and elsewhere. But yeah, the Metalhead Hippie Show, man, it's like this awesome, you know, community gathering of people doing original music and covers and whatnot. So if you don't know about that show yet, go check them out. But most of you do. And we'll see you guys on the flippity flop. Laters.